Good morning, everybody. It's the day after Halloween, after I posted the Halloween podcast, and Agita is just was sitting on my spot, but she got up and she's headed to the master bedroom. One of the babies is there, and the other baby just opened the slurry doors, so has gone in to explore. And had a good night. The babies cuddled very nicely with me at night, and Agita came and settled next to me. I mean, she doesn't actually allow cuddling, but she did settle next to me in the morning for some time. She had a little coughing fit because I had my breakfast. Half a bun, cheese, leftover gobi aloo, and a butter tart that was very sweet and very dry. So get a coffee. But on the whole, a good night. And I got more views on my Halloween. Not that I'm really concerned, but just out of interest. For some reason, I got more views on the Halloween one, and I got 3 likes, and I got one more subscriber. We're up to 49. Still got quite a ways to catch up with the 2.4 million of other people, but still, 49. I don't know who accidentally signed up for it. It's like, we're dangerously close to 50 here, So anyway, that's with 201 podcasts. But anyway, as I said, I don't do it for the views. Do it entirely for myself. There are very few friends and people, maybe a couple of strangers are finding these interesting now. The whole addiction thing and my trying different things and seeing what works and what doesn't work, and as a long-term thing, obviously. So, and I'm not counting the days, but I did say yesterday was 3 weeks, and so we'll do it until about a month. 5 weeks, and then after that it's going to be, and I'm not going to count days. I'm not going to go to the 80s and 90s like last time. It didn't really help. So, okay, I'm driving along. I came to go to the optometrist or optician and see about whether I need to go to an ophthalmologist about the eye or family doctor or what. Driving along on the 430, and the muffler starts making noise, and then it's scraping. And I pull up here at the bank. I have to go to the bank anyway. But and I look underneath the car, and the whole muffler has fallen off. But it's not, it's dragging because it's still attached back here. Now I don't know if I can actually remove it myself. Probably not likely. But I can't. It's sort of hard to drive like that. It's it's probably not safe, and it's like dragging along the ground, and it's making a lot of noise. So there is a Canadian Tire just up here. That's still a couple of miles, a couple of kilometers. I don't know. We'll see. Let me go to the bank first. And then if it can be removed, even if it's noisy, I can drive it to my local guy. Not the one out of the country is too far, but the one where I bought the car is not too far away. And, if it's noisy, it's okay as long as it's not like dragging. Well, we'll see. Let me do the bank thing first, and then we'll figure it out. Well, it completely loose, so... it was just hanging by one little hook at the back, so I managed to release it. Now the question is, what to do? At least I'm not dragging it, and I don't think this thing is any good. It has to be thrown, but I can't just leave it here, obviously. So I'll see if I can fit it in the car, and then I can take it to the mechanics today or tomorrow. Optometrist first. Now I don't have to go to Canadian Tire. I might as well go to the guy that I know. We'll see. Okay, I was just at the opticians. The optometrist only comes in on Saturdays, and this Saturday she's all booked up. Then she's not coming the next Saturday, so he can book me 2 weeks. And he says that to go to an ophthalmologist, they'll have to go get a reference, either from a referral, either from her or from my family doctor. So family doctor will take probably a month as well, 3 weeks. So and I ran into a neighbor in the lobby, and he saw the eye right away, and he said, "There's something wrong with your eye." So I'm like, "This is what I'm going to try to fix." So, but my neighbor suggested maybe just a walk-in clinic. So we'll have to see. Now this one said, "Why don't you go see a pharmacist? In the meanwhile, if there's some drops or something that I don't know what it is. I think it's something. I'm hoping it's something simple like pink eye or something. Just need some drops." So I not a bad suggestion. I'll check with the pharmacist, and if they say there's something over the counter that they can give that can maybe give a little relief. I might try that. And then if that doesn't work, then I go to the, walk-in clinic or whatever, or book with my doctor and wait 3 weeks and just hope it kind of, clears up. In the meanwhile, it's quite irritating. Now, I got this thing. I'm hoping it's not going to scratch my upholstery. I put my hat there because it's a pointy thing. So, it's kind of rather hat get damaged than the leather. And now what to do about this? There's a Canadian Tire here, but I don't want to really take this car to a Canadian Tire for it's not their specialty. I might head for the place I know. It's a little, it's a 20 minutes, half an hour drive, but I trust them. So, and they know Mercedes, older Mercedes. I'm just driving along and I see this place and it says mufflers on the sign. So I stop in, and I used to come to this place 20 years ago. It was under a different ownership. I gotta go, 1 second. Okay, I found the guy and he said he had a machine, but he looked at it and he said, that I have to do a right angle, it's very hard for me. It says, if it was straight, I would have done it. I could have reattached this one at a machine. He could have made the extra pipe and he could have done it. A small, outfit. I probably wouldn't have charged all that much. But, if I go to Midas or one of the big places, they'll change the whole thing. And there's no question about that. And it'll be like $1,000 or whatever. So I called my mechanic in Chatham. He doesn't do mufflers. And he goes, there's a guy there who he trusts. He says he will redo the same thing. He won't do you a new one, and he's reasonable. And I've taken cars to him before. I've taken the Cadillac and other cars, and yeah, he's quite reasonable. And he's apparently trustworthy. And I could drive it there. It's a little loud, but it's it's drivable. But then the car is going for winter storage anyway. I'm not going to use it for 6 months. It's going to go off the road until at least April. So I'm thinking I'll get it out there later this week or next week and just park it, in the garage and deal with it in spring, By then I'll have the house out there, hopefully, so it'll be easier to get work done, drop the car, walk back, that kind of stuff. And, why spend the money now? If I want to, I could always take it before putting it in storage to the guy in Chatham. But, or I can just get it to the garage, take it out, put that thing in the garage, and leave the car, take it off insurance. So in the meanwhile, I managed to get it so that, I put the hat, and I think it's okay. It's, I don't want to damage my upholstery. It's a little dirty, but it's not torn or anything. I put that thing underneath it, and I put the hat there. I think it's okay. It's clearing. So I think that's going to be the plan. They were just so busy in the pharmacy, and waiting, and then I got to the front, and then she said, "Oh no, you have to go there and for a pharmacist consultation." And the pharmacists were busy filling prescriptions, and finally, they helped the pharmacist helped the lady in front of me who had some kind of rash, and then I kind of followed them to the aisle. So I kind of, grabbed her before, or I talked to her before she went back to her, station to do her stuff. So then I'm like going, look, I have this eye thing. And I picked up a Visine just from the thing. And I said, will this, and she picks up another Visine, which says for dry eye. It's also Visine, but it says for workplace or something. And it's, I don't know, heavier duty or what, but she said just put one drop every 4 hours, and if it doesn't clear in 2-3 days, then you call a doctor. And in the meanwhile, and I said, is it safe? And she said, yeah, one drop every 4 hours or whatever, read the instructions. And then she rushes back, and I'm like looking at that one, and I'm looking at this one, and I do have the itchiness. I don't know about the dryness, but I do have the watery eyes. And the other one didn't say that. So they're both Visines. So I'm figuring it's over the counter. I might as well get the one that has this. They're just so busy, I might as well get the one that has the treats the symptoms that I seem to have. The redness, stinging, watery eyes, burning. I have all of those. I don't know about the dryness. And I have the itchiness. So the other one was kind of just dryness and one or two other things. It's also Visine. So I'm like, why not get the one, this, since it's over the counter, I'll just put a drop and see. If it doesn't help in a couple of days, then I have to go to a walk-in clinic or whatever. And I have to do something about that. It's wearing my hat, So I got to do something about the muffler. I'm leaning now towards just taking the car and dropping it at my storage garage, taking the muffler out. I'm here and I tried to put the Visine in my eye. It's very difficult, and I looked at the YouTube videos on how to do it, and it looks very easy. When you said, "Oh, just tilt your back with the finger, and then with this index finger, and don't touch the bottle," and then I can't get it going. I think I put several drops, but they didn't actually go into my eye. Anyway, never mind. Maybe some of it kind of, accidentally got in. Anyway, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I don't want to draw too much attention because that will be like going, get up. Anyway, so let's hope that this Visine thingy, I hope I got some in somehow, and I hope it works. And if not, I'll have to go to a walk-in clinic and get a referral to an ophthalmologist. Eye's still very red and very, very irritating. Anyway, bye for now. Good morning, everybody. It's now 2 days after Halloween, and yesterday I did manage to somehow, with a lot of difficulty, get some Visine into my eye in the evening, and then again later at night, and I saw a YouTube video on how to apply eye drops, and I managed, I think, to get a drop in late at night, and I just watched some TV, and I started to feel, the eyes started to feel a little better, a little less watery, and I got up early in the morning at like 7 o'clock, and I managed, I think, to get another drop in. It's watering less. It's it seems to be irritating a little. It's still sore, and it's all crusted up around the eye. Let's see if we can. There. But it's better than it's still slightly red. It doesn't look like it was before, Still a little difficult fully opening it because it's a bit crusted up. But I put a drop in the morning, and the Visine actually seems to be working, So I'm very grateful for that, because I didn't want to have to go to a walk-in clinic and all of that stuff, and it'll help to be able to see, to not have the eye watering all the time, because then I can do stuff, write and drive to the country to drop them the 4:30, and then I've got to do that too. So I don't know if I want to do it today. I might give the eye another day or two to heal a bit more before the long trip. So, and I think today is a nice day. I might just go to the art gallery. I haven't been in a long time, and I don't have to drive. I can take the shuttle bus, which I haven't taken in a long time, and to get a little bit of a walk and have a lunch downtown and go to the art gallery. I haven't done it since the last binge, so it's been over 3 weeks. So I need to get back to some, kind of my usual rechanneling stuff in addition to everything else. So, I'm thinking of doing that, and then tomorrow or day after, I'll make a trip to the house just to drop the 4:30, and I'll deal with the muffler in spring. I'll just take the car off the insurance, leave the muffler in the garage. I'll just drive it there a little bit noisy, and I'll deal with it in spring, and Agita, just drinking water in the master bedroom. And I think she was under the bed most of the night. And babies are here, and I'm going to get up, feed everybody, and, spend a bit of time, and maybe put another eye drop in, and then head to town, and AGO and stuff. Anyway, bye for now. Change of plan. I forgot my bus pass, and I'm waiting for the bus, and I'm like, bus was just coming, but I said there's another one at 1:35. So I just went up. If you don't have your bus pass, then you have to sign and put the thing and sign again, and show ID and all that shit, and it's much easier just to show the bus pass. So I came back up, and I'm taking my time because the next bus is supposed to be 1:35. I come back down at 1:32. And it's already gone. They changed the time to 1:30, which I didn't get the updated schedule. So I'm like, oh shit. So then the next one's 2:15. And I said, why not I got the Mini, it's easy to park, and then I might as well just take it, and I can just walk around. I can park it somewhere, walk around, find somewhere to eat, and then now I have to decide where to go. And maybe an Indian buffet downtown or elsewhere. Now that I have the car, I'm not that limited. And I may or may not go to the art gallery. I could always do that tomorrow, the day after with the bus, but we'll see. Anyway, but I got the car. So now, gotta find a place for lunch. Bye for now. And when I kept going up and the kids were like going, Dad, are you back so soon? I'm like going, no. Just, actually, I think I did it a couple of times. Forgot something else, and then I forgot the bus pass. And then I ended up taking the car. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, everybody. Since I brought the car, I was looking for an Indian buffet. And there is one in this area by Young and Bloor. But then I remembered this little sort of hole-in-the-wall place I used to come to occasionally a long time ago. It's called Suxi's Biryani House, and they used to have really good naan and curries. So I managed to find parking, on the side street, not on this one. And I got their lunch special, but I didn't realize it came with only rice. I think before it used to come with like both rice and naan, and the naans here are really good. So I was like, I'll get a naan as well, whatever it's, $2, whatever it costs, I'll pay the difference. And I got a Coke, so very reasonable. I was like, $12 for this, plus the naan. And there is a chicken curry, butter paneer, egg curry. My mother used to make an egg and egg and potato curry. Slightly different, but it's the same kind of whole egg, but the masala was a bit different. And I made that dish too. And and all of that, and rice and raita for like $12. And then naan, I got a couple of bucks, but I'm looking forward to hopefully a nice fresh naan. He makes it right in the back. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, everybody. Since I was parked nearby and I finished my lunch, I decided I might as well come to the reference library where I haven't been for many years. I used to spend a lot of time here actually, right after my graduate student days, and when I first started teaching. I used to come here because this library is better than the one that we had. And I used to, like to have lunch around here and walk around in between classes, so when I had some time off. So I would always come to this floor, literature. Even though I taught psychology, my passion has always been literature. So this is literature and languages, floor. I got a lot of the, computer stuff now, online stuff, but there's still got a few books, So I used to just wander around and find stuff that, kind of synchronistically, and have a little pile of books on the tables. And I used to spend a lot of time, obviously, in libraries when I was a grad student as well, but that was in Pittsburgh. So we didn't actually have such a good library there. So anyway, there it is. I'm going to look around a little bit. I've also become a little bit germphobic, so the whole picking up of books, but I've got sanitizer, and they have sanitizers everywhere now, so let's, it should be okay. So I might do that instead of going to the art gallery, and keep the art gallery for tomorrow or day after. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, bye for now. It's actually very cool. They've got these little study pods, those little glass thingies you can sign up for. Never had anything like that before, when I was a graduate student, and afterwards they had like, corrals at the university libraries, but they were like semi-booths, but not like this. This you can sign up and everybody's working on their laptops in there. It's pretty cool. Don't know if you can have, nobody's actually having group stuff in there. I think it's just for individual study, but quiet, and you can use your laptops. It's pretty cool. And I picked up a whole pile of books. So I'm just going to find a nice spot and leaf through them. And that's actually how I used to study. I mean, in terms of, not for my actual degrees, most of my knowledge of literature and art is actually entirely self-taught. I never took any literature, one intro to literature as an undergraduate, but that was about it. So my love of literature and reading and English literature is almost entirely, and the theater and art is entirely self-taught. So I would often do this, just come to a library and wander up and down the aisles and pick up random books as something that appealed to me, and then I'd take a little pile and go spend the rest of the day looking through them, reading them, sometimes making notes. So let me find a spot. Okay, I've got a table here, and it's a quiet study, so I'm talking very, very softly. I don't know if this is going to show, just kind of whispering. And just picked up some books, and I'm just going to look through them. This one is like It's an anthology about dirty words. So you get words like orgasm, cybersex, orgy, erection, and then they've got people who've done like mini essays. Okay, so it might be interesting to leaf through that. And then this is a book by Kurt Wanaka Jr., one of the few that I haven't read. So I want to take a quick look through that. I think a Canadian writer I'm not familiar with, Laura Segal, journal I did not keep, New and Selected Writings. Gore Vidal, who I used to read quite a bit of before, and I think I read this. I might have it somewhere in my storage, but I'll just take a quick look through it to remind myself. And then this is short stories, a Canadian writer, again, not familiar with. I haven't been keeping up with Canadian literature, as at one time I would have known all the Canadian writers' short stories. And then this one, another Odyssey's Home, mapping African Canadian literature. So I'll pass an hour or 2 hours just looking through these rather than going to the art gallery. And I'll keep the art gallery for tomorrow. Anyway, bye for now. Hello everybody, it's the next day, and we got Agita there, we got one baby there, and we got one baby semi-hiding in here. Huh? There. And I'm getting ready. Last night I got a little bit distracted because there was a property that reduced in Chatham, and I was considering, trying to buy it and keeping mine until it's ready, and then selling mine, and then paying off for the other one, just kind of pulling money out of savings. But that's a sort of a risky move, and I was really tempted because I like the property. But my realtor is obviously a very good realtor, because she kind of warned me the market as it is. She thinks, given how long it's taken my contractor to get to this point, she doesn't think he's going to have it ready in a month. And if he takes 3 months, the market will be down. And it'll be more stressful for me to be stuck with 2 properties than it will be, the stress I'm dealing with now in terms of needing rechanneling and stuff. So I see the point, So for now, I think I'm just going to, even though it would have been a really major rechanneling and really a huge distraction, but on the other hand, if I do end up stuck with 2 properties, it'll be a little even more stressful at that point. So, in terms of the longer term, I think she's probably right, and especially given that my contractor has taken 5 years to get to this point. To really count on him to finish this house in a month, I think is probably not reasonable. So, let's see when the house actually gets finished. And then and then sell it. And if I can't get at least the minimum price that then I'll just keep it for now. I mean, it will work for the kids. There's more space inside. They can watch, babies can watch rabbits in the windows. So I just won't quite be the area. I mean, I can't go for walks or anything. I can go for walks here. So we'll use that place more as it was originally intended, as a weekend place, an occasional getaway place, But I wouldn't spend like a month, 2 months at a time there until I'm able to sell it and then see what happens with the market. So for now, in a way it's good. In a way, it kind of brought back the pulls, because I was kind of getting excited over finding a property I really liked, and hopefully getting mine ready, selling it, getting that. Maybe having to get that first and then sell my property, but that could be a problem. So I guess it's better to wait, and then sell mine first. If it doesn't sell, then I'll just keep it as an. I just saw Amsterdam, and I didn't really like it. I was thinking it took a while to kind of warm up, and it was kind of all over the place. And then I got a call, because halfway through, from my friend, the one I haven't talked to in a while, the one who had the dream of me as a dog. So I'm like going, I'd rather talk to my friend. So I ended up coming out into the lobby, talking to my friend for 45 minutes. I saw the ending of the film, which was kind of okay. So I sort of saw the beginning and I saw the end. I skipped most of the middle, but just kind of worked for me. I'm glad I didn't really have to pay for it. It was on points, so So anyway, and my lunch was popcorn. So now I think I'm just going to pick up some takeout and head back to the kids, and maybe edit and post. We'll see. Anyway, bye for now. On the way back, I stopped here at the Harvey's to get a veggie poutine because my only lunch was popcorn. So, just to round out the nutritional value, I got a veggie poutine. And, I reached in my pocket and I realized that at the cinema, when I got I got a small popcorn and small Coke combo, and you get a gummy bear or whatever. Well, not the weed ones, but like regular gummies, and they give you like a toy. I mean, I think it's made for 3 years old and up, but they give you the toy, so I took it and I put it in my pocket, and I'm looking at the toy, and this is a little thing, like it's supposed to be, I think, it sits on the seat, but you know what? As far as I can tell, this thing is I'll go home and take it out. Looks like a donkey to me. It's a donkey. Oh, how synchronicitous is that? I think it's a donkey. Could be something else. It's not a dog, but it's like a cartoon donkey. It's like maybe a donkey hybrid or something. But the ears and that nose thing, and the way it's sitting, that's not a dog. I think that's a donkey. Anyway, you can join the other donkey on the windowsill, so there'll be two of them. Anyway, and I had some of the poutine, and I'm going to take it home and have the rest of it later night snack. And the eye is still really irritating. I'm going to have to find a walk-in clinic or something. Tomorrow I'm making the day trip, but at some point it seems to not be going away by itself, even with Visine. It's really, really watering and irritating. So we'll have to see what to do about that. But anyway, hello everybody. I just got home. Everybody's very nicely settled. Agita there. One of the babies there. One of the babies in there. And everybody gets along so nicely. Now, after the movie, I picked up my Harvey's, and the eye is getting really red and irritated and watering, and it's not good at all. So I stopped in at the drug mart, different one than I went to the other day. And this one, the pharmacist, he was, helping someone else, but he said, I'll be with you in a second. And I said, look, I'm putting Visine, and I showed him my eye, and he just looked at it, and he said, that's badly infected. He said, Visine is not going to do that. You need antibiotic. And then he says, you have a family doctor. And I go, I do, but very likely it'll take 3-4 weeks to book an appointment. So I'm thinking of a walk-in clinic. So he goes, as an alternative, he says, try the Rocket Doctor. It's an online walk-in clinic. And he said, you can send them a picture of your eye, and they will give a prescription. I'm going, really? And he goes, he gave me his card, and he said, give them this number and they can fax the prescription. You'll have to see a doctor online. And I'm like, he said, call first. So he gave me the number, and I just called, and a what did they call it? Care specialist or something, care coordinator will call you back, and or you wait. And I'm like, and they actually say, if you don't want to listen to the music, on hold, leave your number and we will call you back. So I left my number. So I'm now just waiting, and I looked them up, Rocket Doctor, and they do online consultations, and so I need somebody to look at my eye and prescribe a thing, and if they do it, because it's really getting really, really bad now. And I sent a picture of it to my dad last night, and he's like going, oh no, don't worry about it. It's just a little red. It looks fine to me. It's not a medical doctor, fortunately. So I'm like, and I don't know, watching the bad movie didn't really help. Good morning, everybody. The eye is worse. It's kind of caked up and dry and red. I did hear from the walk-in clinic online. Oh, there's such a thing as an online walk-in clinic. And I heard from them late at night going, it was too late to call. So they might call in the morning. I think I have to go find an actual walk-in clinic. They actually said that. They said if you need urgent care, I mean, yeah, it's kind of urgent because the eye is not in good shape, and it's really, really sore, and it's all red and caked, and it's painful, and it's all the cakey, dried up, gooky stuff is in there, and it's not good. And I do need the antibiotics. So, and the kids, the babies, slept on the bed with me very nicely. They just they were cuddling. Agita is somewhere nearby. They're the babies. I was kind of afraid to pet them because I don't know whether, I think that their immune system is different. I don't think that I can pass on my stuff to them, but I don't want, I'm pretty sure that their eyes will be okay there, but still, I'm kind of, and they sleep on the bed with me, so I think it should be okay. I'm pretty sure the cats have, even though I do consider myself identify with the cat, I don't think I have the cat immune system. I'm pretty sure I don't. Pretty sure the system is human. So anyway, we got babies there, and look who's wandering over here, Agita. So now, I think the first thing I have to do is call my contractor and cancel the trip for today. I was going to go out there, fetch cars. It's pretty foggy, misty again. And then I have to work on finding a walking clinic. It's now a couple of hours later, and Agita is under the bed. One baby is there. One baby is there. Now, of course, I canceled the day trip for today because I got to deal with the eye thing, and I didn't hear back from the online walk-in clinic, the service recommended by the pharmacist, and I haven't heard back from them, but I called a couple of walk-in clinics here, and there was one, same deal. They said, oh, we're not having actual walk-in today, but you can do a virtual thing. Send a picture of the eye. I told her it's an infected eye. She said, send a picture of the eye, and we'll have the doctor call you between 12 to 12:30. So at least it was a definite time. So I said, fine. So I sent a couple of pictures of the eye, and it is getting, it is. So there it is, very red, and it's all crusty, and it's irritating, and it's, and it's kind of starting, and she said, send a picture of both eyes and then this eye. So, and then she got all the information. You can see all the kind of watery stuff. So she's, I gave her all the information from my pharmacy, which is just over there. It's for nearby, So 12 to 12:30, the walk-in clinic doctor will call, will give the prescription antibiotic, and it's just over there in that one of those buildings. Walk over, get that, have some breakfast. So that's, start applying. I'm assuming it's going to be drops. So as long as it goes well, I just hope this antibiotic thing works, So, and I'll talk to the doctor. And I have no idea why it started. I was just, it's been there for maybe a week. I guess the doc will ask me questions like that. So anyway, so that's what's been happening. And I did manage to make a journal entry. And I talked to my contractor and canceled the trip for today. Talked about the whole house situation. And he agrees. He goes, for now, you can always keep this house for a year. And I go, I'd really like to, if at all possible, sell it. So we'll see. I still want him to finish it as soon as possible so that you can at least put it on the market and test the market. And if I get the price, then I'll look for something then, or I can wait a little bit. I haven't used the house in 5 years. I can manage in another few months. So then it's now about an hour later, and one baby's there, one baby there, and Agita's there. Now, while I was waiting for the online doctor consultation thing, the other online people got back to me, and they called me and they said, oh, you were calling about an appointment. And I said, I already made one with someone else. And then I said, look, all this online stuff, just in case the other one doesn't work out, or, I don't get the prescription that I need, can I just keep the appointment with you guys? And he said, yeah. He said, I'll make the appointment for you for 2 or whenever. And then if the other one, works out, then you just call and cancel us, or you cancel by email. So, and then he's getting the information for the pharmacy, which is just over there, and I'm going pharmacy on Lakeshore, and I'm giving the address, and he can't find the address. And he puts me on hold, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I just go, I'm expecting the other call, so I just kind of hung up. And now I got the other call. She called right at 12:15. It's supposed to be 12:15. Called at 12:18, and she'd seen the pictures I sent of the eye, and she said, what's happening? And I said, I don't know how it started. I don't know where it came from. I switched glasses, prescriptions a while ago, but I don't know. That was like over a month. I didn't mention that they've been kind of slithering, but that was also a month too. That's been, almost a month. Yeah, it's going to be a month very, very soon. So if I was, not the cleanest of conditions, I could have picked up something there, but that's been a while. So I don't know where I got this infection thing from. So I'm not going to mention slithering to it. So I'm like going, but I said, I don't know, it just happened. And then she goes, oh, you're putting Visine, that made it worse. She says, Visine is not good for these things. And I said, the first drug mart person suggested Visine, and it just made it worse. And she goes, oh, so she's prescribed the, medication and sent it hopefully to the right pharmacy. So I'm just going to walk or drive over there and get it and put in the drops. And I haven't heard from the other people, so if I get an email from them, I just cancel it. Well, let me get the drops first. Just want to make sure, and these people gave me an appointment before, and, it worked out pretty well. But, I made a second appointment just in case, I don't know. I don't quite trust these online things. What if that person doesn't call me, or what if something goes wrong, or whatever? And I kept saying, you're not going to charge me if I cancel. And he said, no. But then I never heard from him. I haven't gotten an email. I haven't got another reply. So I don't know what's going on, but BBs are so nicely playing. So I'm just going to go get this drops, and I hope they make a difference. And she was going to put a warm compress or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to go get the drops, maybe have breakfast, and then come back and hope those drops start working. And then maybe tidy up a little bit and spend some time with the kids and work on writing, whatever. Okay, bye for now. I just got a call from the first people, and I said, look, I've already got the prescription. I'm just going to go pick it up. Cancel, And he said, okay. But he said, I made a profile for you for next time. And I said, okay, thank you for next time. Next time I have something I need virtually looked at, I can just go to those people. So anyway, now I go pick up my drops and maybe have breakfast. If I can put in the drops, in the car or somewhere, and then go have breakfast. Anyway, bye for now. Hello everybody, here I am in the mini. I got the antibiotic drops from the pharmacy just down here, and I'm applying it in the car. He goes, you've got to make a pouch and you got to do this, and I kind of know that from doing the Visine, which ended up being the wrong thing and made it worse. But aside from that, I watched a YouTube video, and they keep talking about the pouch. So I know what they mean. You got to make a little thingy like that. That's the pouch. So, but you got to do. So I got a mirror here too, so yeah. It doesn't come out. It doesn't come out. It comes out. Okay. Now. Yeah. And he said preferably in front of a mirror. Oh shit! 1 second. Okay, I'm not going to make a YouTube video out of this, but I'm going to include it in my own thing. Nobody watches my videos anyway, and there's enough thingies on how to do this. So, head back. I'm not actually sure if I got that. Kind of feels like I got it, because it feels like there's wet underneath, but it isn't. It's dry. And I don't see any. Oh, he said to keep your eyes closed. Oops, forgot that part. I think I got it. Anyway, I think I got it. It's kind of hard to tell, but I can't feel a wet drop underneath. It's all dried up from the soak, So I really, so it's now what, 1:45. So it's maybe 2 every 4 hours, around 6. 5:36, I do my next drop, And then meanwhile, I'm gonna go have lunch, drug mart. For, I need, Kleenex. I've been going through so many with my eye, and kitty litter. And then, PetSmart, is just keep finding flavors that they like, see what this week's flavors are, and then back to the kids. Let's hope these things work soon. I'm like, I don't get to take my next one until 6. I'll do it at home in the bathroom. It'll be easier. But I'm fairly sure I got this because I felt wetness, and it's not on the eyelid, and it's not underneath. I don't think it's on the eyelid. It's not. So I think I got it. Anyway, bye for now. Hello everybody, I'm here at the Thai restaurant, not the one with the fish cakes, because they don't have the fish cakes for special on Friday anymore. So this is the one just down the road. You can see the mini park there, and that road there, that was where my house, the one I sold when I left teaching, and it's now 4 times the value. I think I sold it at a loss or break even at about $450,000 11 years ago, and it is now just down that street. You don't even want to know what it's worth now. Well, it's okay. I mean, the more money I had, the more trouble I would have had. My rationalization, I know that people have said that to me. But if I had a lot of money right now, I would be in a lot worse shape than I am now with the other thing. It's bad enough as it is, But this way, at least, I can't, if I do dip into the savings and buy the house and do this and do that, at least, I won't have a lot of extra money left over for the other thing. But, hello everybody, I'm here at a Thai place. This is on Lakeshore. It's not the one with the fish cakes, because the fish cakes, they don't have it anymore on Fridays. So I put in the drop in the car, as you saw. I guess it's 10 minutes. I don't think it's long enough to start working. And my eye is slightly watering a little bit. I don't know the reaction to the antibiotic already, just normal watering. So I've come to this place, and they have a nice garlic shrimp here. So I'm getting that. And that street there, just down there, is where my house was, the one that I had in Toronto that I sold at a loss. Just before, when I left teaching, and then I moved to Niagara, and you don't want to know what the house is worth now. You just don't want to know. It's better not to know. But anyway, as I said, everything's okay. I've got my savings, and I got the house at garlic shrimp with, vegetables, and it's quite good. I'm adding the sambal. It's actually quite good. So I'm going to finish this. PetSmart. Maybe a grocery store, and then back to the kids. Bye for now. Well, I guess the thing is starting to work. Eye is still a little bit irritating, but it really does feel better than before. It's watering much less. So I keep to wash the car. And, if nothing else, it'll reassure my friend that I'm feeling better. She worries about me unless she sees me washing cars. And then it was quite clean already, but it's cleaner now, it's shiny. So just washed it. Now PetSmart, maybe Sobeys, and then home. Okay, bye for now. Okay, here at PetSmart, it's a very big dog here. There's dogs as always, and there was one making a lot of noise. But I'm getting the, I think Lcee ate this weight control one of Pro Plan, and those little tasteful pouchy things they seem to like. So I think, we got our pet food pet store shopping. Okay, bye for now. Then the human grocery store shopping, and then back to the kids. Bye for now. Well, I came here to Sobeys, and I saw that they're now redeeming scene points. It's a new thing. So I'm like, I might just go shop because, I got like $50 worth of stuff, and I think you can redeem $10. So I'm like going, that means that it only cost me $40. I get to the thing, and their scene redemption thing is glitched. It's not working. I guess it's because it's new, but I earned another 100 points. I don't really need because I think I have 20,000. But anyway, I got all kinds of nice frozen stuff and vegetarian quiches and buns and all kinds of things for snacky stuff. So anyway, it should be okay for food for the next few days. Anyway, bye for now. Heading straight back to the kids now. I got ice creams and stuff in there. I have to go into the freezer. Anyway, bye for now. Minutes ago and put away the grocery shopping, which I didn't get my scene points on, but I did some good grocery shopping. And I came here and I found that, and I was tidying up a little bit. I took out the antibiotic and I put it on the bathroom shelf along with the Visine, and then I was going to apply the containers aren't really similar even. but except they're both droppers. And by mistake, I put a drop of Visine instead of the antibiotic. And I don't know, I think I was concentrating so much on getting the right technique and how to hold my eye open and all of that stuff and the angle and getting the pocket ready, and I put the wrong drop. Now, I don't think there should be a problem in mixing antibiotic and Visine. It's, Visine by itself seemed to have aggravated the issue, but with antibiotic it should be okay, but I'm giving it a little time. So I decided I might as well just tidy up, give it another half an hour. And then I will put the antibiotic. It is starting to, there was some relief, but it's starting to itch in it. Well, putting the Visine probably didn't help. But anyway, so I did a very quick tidying. I vacuumed. There's Agita running around. One of the babies is here. And the other baby is here. Okay, so one baby's eating. I've just vacuumed all here. So one of the babies is here. Agita's there. Okay, and one of the babies is here. So I'm vacuuming, I come here, and I see that these, the monkeys, the Mayhem twins, had been up to mayhem, because they were playing on this thing, and they were knocking their favorite game of knocking books off, So there were a few books knocked off, and those little box things, and there were like, business cards in there, and thumbtacks, and, little safety pins. I don't think they would eat them or anything, and little, and dried up rubber bands, which they're trying to play with. So as long as they didn't poke themselves, they look okay, As long as they, and the thumbtacks and the little safety pins, they're all just sitting here. I don't think they would, I think it's okay. And the little rubber bands and all that, they're all dried up and they were there. So I just vacuumed. They look okay. So I'm, they are called they're not called the Mayhem twins for nothing. So, now, just hopefully this antibiotic will kick in again. It had kicked in, it was starting to wear off, and then I put in Visine by mistake, which the doctor wasn't. She doesn't like Visine. She says that usually makes stuff like this, it aggravates it rather than helping it. So I'm just letting the Visine kind of, dilute a little bit, and then I will put a drop of that, it is time now, of that antibiotic and see what happens. I hope they don't have some big explosion in my eye or something. It's only unlikely. It says don't mix with MAO inhibitors, which I think I used with their antidepressants. So this is, Visine is just some kind of eye cleaner thing. I don't know what it is, But so I'll give it a couple of minutes, and then I'll just sit here and edit and post. So that'll be the 202nd podcast, So it's been sort of eventful. I mean, the falling off of the muffler of the S430, my eye getting infected, and trying this and trying that, and finally getting the antibiotic and having to go online doctor, which I've never had, and they can give prescriptions and everything directly to the pharmacy. So that kind of worked out quite nicely. And then the little bit of excitement over the house, over the, but I do agree with my realtor. At this point, it's better to wait, let the market, try to sell my house before the market goes further down. So try to get my my contractor to speed up, which, it's taken him 5 years. So we're talking at least 2 months, which will be middle of winter, which is not a good time to sell anyway. But we'll see. We'll see what happens once it's done. I might use that for a little while. I might try to sell it. If I get the price or close to the price I want, then fine. I'll take that money and wait, let the market go down a little bit more, and find something I like. In the meanwhile, I'll have to rechannel other stuff. So, writing, art gallery, movies, kids, obviously the kids, the usual, it's the usual rechanneling. It's just that the house one would have been a very big rechanneling, would have kept me really, really busy and occupied and distracted for quite some time. But it's okay. I'm going the finishing touches on the current house and stuff like that. So anyway, that's what's been happening, and not counting, but be a month after tomorrow. So we're just about a month clear. I've said after 5-6 weeks, I'm probably going to slow down on the counting, but it's just kind of, it's still a guidepost. So It's just about, it will be in a couple of days, a month clear. So, and hopefully this eye thing will clear. So, from the four of us, so from the two babies, when they're, and Agita here, and the nuttiest of professors. Bye for now. See you at the next podcast.